today, I'm going to teach you how to do a nice and simple vanilla cake. Come, let's start. First, I'll prepare the pans. I'm going to use a 3 8-inch pan. So the pans I do not grease. I only put parchment paper. So I few of them. We start our cake by sifting 3 3/4 cups of cake flour. Good quality cake flour. In this case, I use the PiknPay brand cake flour. And then I'm combining 3.5 teaspoons of baking powder. I also use PiknPay baking powder. And then I added 1.5 teaspoon of salt. So then I sifted the dry ingredients and I put aside, and then I started preparing my wet ingredients. In this case, I'm going to creamy the white eggs and I'm going to creamy the eggs and the sugar for 10 to 15 minutes until I incorporate enough air to the mixer, so that it's going to help the cake, the sponge, to be very fluffy. So in this case, the sugar, I put 2 cups of sugar and 6 eggs. Then I mixed almost 10 to 15 minutes, and then slowly, gradually, I added the dry ingredients, which is the flour, and then dry ingredients and milk gradually. You won't go wrong with this cake, never. And then I proceeded to add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla essence, and then I added 3/4 cup of oil. Then I just mix with the spatula so that I could bring the oil from the bottom up with this almost a circle movement. And then I was tasting it's very good to taste the dough. It's not nostalgic for me. It brings me memories when I was a child. I used to help my mom baking cake, so I'll just hold the container, and then so in that time you'll take a bit of of butter and eat. So yeah, and I always love tasting actually the cake that I'm doing.
Woke up feeling bright, sunshine in my eyes, no worries in sight, blue skies never lie.
After I'm done baking the cakes, I proceed with my delicious buttercream. For the buttercream, I used 250 grams of margarine. The margarine must be a bit soft in the way that the figure can go in, not hard, not too soft as well. So then the margarine, I creamed for 10 minutes. So you see, comparing, the one that I creamed is a bit pale and the other one is still very yellow. And then I added 4 cups of icing sugar. I also used a PiknPay icing sugar. And then the sugar must be sifted, because sometimes you find things in the sugar. Make sure you sift the sugar. After sifting the sugar, I'm going to mix again with the mixer. And then, but before I added 2 tablespoons of fresh cream. You can actually also use milk. The reason I use fresh cream in this case is because I had opened fresh cream. That's why I decided to use it. Then I realized that my icing was a bit stiff. Then I added 1 tablespoon of cream, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Then I tested again. Yes, testing. I'm the queen of testing. Oh, see me running upside down. Don't mind, ne? Don't mind me going upside down, running left and right. But everything was under control. Oh, can you hear my voice? I made this voice over around almost to midnight. It's 11:17. So these are the cakes. The cakes were a bit chilled. And then I'm going to start icing the cakes. So I'm just mixing a bit more buttercream. For the reason I'm mixing the buttercream, I decided to add a bit of coffee on the buttercream. So you take 2 tablespoons of coffee, and then you add 1 teaspoon of warm water aside in the cup and mix, and then just put on top and mix of the butter of the icing. So then we start with our decorations, or start putting the cake together. You can see by the light outside it was getting dark already. I started the cake in the morning, but this time it was getting dark. But I was coming to an end of the cake. You can see the color of the buttercream is a bit cream or a bit goldish because of the coffee. And then I first put the first layer of icing, which we call crumb coating. Then I'm going to take the icing to the freezer for 5 minutes, and then I bring it back, and then I add more icing, and then that's it. There's nothing much. After that, I'm just going to do simple decorations. You can also do something very simple. The reason I'm sharing these recipes, I'm sharing something that you can actually easily do at home. Just go to a shop, go buy your ingredients. In this case, you get them nicely at PiknPay. Get your ingredients, and then you try the cake. Then I'm just going to do simple decorations on top. And this cake also, it is gonna be a giveaway cake. But yes, now you know how to do a simple vanilla cake with a coffee buttercream, the best. So I'm done, and I was so proud. See, it's very dark outside. So I'm eating the remaining pieces that I cut when I was trimming the cake to level it, to make it flat the top. So yeah, see you on episode 3. This is episode 2. Don't forget to comment, to like. Please tell me from where are you watching this video from, and if you're going to try this cake, please send me a picture. And also, please don't forget to follow my page and subscribe. See you next